everybody, Judy here from My Divine Angel Reading. One question I get asked a lot is, what do ghosts feel like or look like? How do you know they're around? So that's what we're going to get into here. I could definitely share with you my experiences and what it feels like and how do you know they're around and even how to communicate with them. The reason why I do not do mediumship readings is because I do not feel my abilities in that area are like on demand. When you go to see a medium, they specifically tune in on command to deceased loved ones around you. I can't just, oh yeah, there's Mary Jo and Joe Schmo sitting next to you. When I do my work, my intuitive readings, I will definitely pick up on people who are with you and around you and some messages that they have. But that's only if it comes into my intuition. I do not specifically just go out with the intent of talking to dead people. My experiences with this, my entire life, I have always been drawn to like tarot cards, numerology, palmistry, mediumship, everything spiritual. So it was definitely something I found very intriguing and I was very curious about. But in 2004, I started seeing and feeling things out of nowhere, and it really scared the shit out of me. At the time, I didn't even really I wasn't sure if I believed in ghosts, but yeah, when you see it, you're pretty much an instant believer. I started feeling like I wasn't alone. I don't know, just if I ever go in a room and you just know someone's there, except it's the same exact thing, except you don't see them, but you feel like you're either being watched or someone's there or something's close to you. It's kind of, I don't want to say like a creepy feeling, but if you're not prepared, it does feel creepy and a little scary. My first ever experience was feeling like I was not alone. I didn't know what it was. I couldn't explain it. It's just I felt creeped out. And then all of a sudden I went to bed one night and I saw two ghosts go across my bedroom. The first one was it was a visual. There was no sensing of energy. I didn't even know they were there. I just opened my eyes and bam, there they were. So the one was an old man. All I saw was the side silhouette of him, and he was walking sideways like this. He came in my bedroom door and went out the wall. It was like he was on train tracks and he was lost and dazed and confused. I didn't talk to him at all. I just kind of watched and was like, what the fuck? Am I really seeing this? And then the second thing that came in the room, it looked like a cloudy ball of golden white glittery smoke. The man just went across the room, but the smoke thing stopped at the foot of my bed, and it just stopped and it was at my feet, and I just started screaming, and that was it. They were gone. So like the rest of the night I got no sleep. I was freaked out. I was scared. So the next night I went to bed, and of course like the covers are up to here and I'm a little scared and I'm just laying there, and all of a sudden here they come again. The same man looked dazed and confused and went out the window. But the smoke, this time, when it stopped at the foot of my bed, right at my feet, it started to come up, but it changed. It turned into a hand. It wasn't like it looked like a Mickey Mouse child's hand. It wasn't like a scary hand, but still, if there's a freaking hand coming up at you, you freak out. And when it got to like about my knees or my stomach area, I just screamed and it went away again. And then I noticed a lot of times when I would be in the shower or downstairs in my house, I just felt like I was being watched, like I wasn't alone. Energy, so you just sense them, you just know they're there. Something is there. But what I did discover, you can talk to them and then they listen to you. And then sometimes they even answer you. Like I could say a couple weeks ago, and it always happens like at night when I'm most relaxed. Unless I'm doing a reading for someone and then, you know, Grandma Mary Jo will pop in or something. I couldn't handle seeing them. I was okay with sharing the space and knowing that they were there. So I did like a blessing on my house and cleared the space out. So I started talking to them and I told them, look, I know you're here. I can't handle seeing you. Seeing you just scares the fuck out of me. I'm not ready for that. So I told him, look, this is fine. I'm cool with sharing my space with you. I just can't handle seeing you, so can you not, like, present yourself to me? And they listened. I stopped seeing them, but I sensed them. I know they were there. And there's nothing special about me to sense them. You can easily do it, too. It's just a feeling like, I feel like I'm not alone. If you feel like you're not alone, start talking to them, like out loud. Like say, you know, dude, who are you? And maybe you'll get a name pop in your head. The one time I was laying in bed a couple weeks ago and I felt the room, okay, the energy in the room changed. It felt very heavy and dense. It was kind of like somebody put on 100-pound, nice, comfortable, warm blanket on me. The room became very heavy, and all right, that's not a normal feeling. Obviously, something or someone is there. As I was laying there, I was like, all right, I know you're here. I can't see you. I don't want to see you right now, but I know you're here. Can you tell me your name? Right away, I got the name Joe. All right, Joe. Why are you here? What do you want? And it's not like you hear them talking out loud. It's like in your brain. It's exactly like having a conversation in your own head. And I was like, okay, well, you know, what are you here for? What do you want? And all I got was, I want to go home. And I was like, okay, I don't know where your home is, and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. I'm sorry, Joe. I don't know how to help you. That was like another weird experience, but the room got heavy. Sometimes you'll feel cold. You know it when it's happening, because it's not normal. It's not in your normal. Like, all of a sudden, something about like the right side of you got real cold, or it'll get real warm, or the air will feel heavy or dense or thick, or you'll feel like you're floating. There's so many different ways it comes in, and you just have to be mindful and aware of your surroundings. That is I want to say, the number one key ingredient is you have to be open and always aware of what's going on around you. It is when I say open, I mean open to the possibilities and the ideas, constantly aware of your surroundings. Some people would just be like, oh yeah, the room just got real cold right here, and they wouldn't think nothing of it. But if you're in tune, it's like, okay, that's not normal. There was another time where I felt, as I was laying down, I felt like I couldn't get up and I couldn't move. And did you ever see the movie, The Butterfly Effect? What I saw, and at this point in my life, I'm like, yeah, I want to see you. I want to see you. I think I'm ready now. I did a lot of prep work to be able to visually see it and not freak out. But every time it starts to come up again, I freak out. So I'm really not as ready as I think I might be. But it is scary, trippy stuff. The one day I felt something in the room, and I said, all right, I was laying in bed looking this way. And again, the room got heavy, and I couldn't move. I could not move my body. And I was looking this way, and I'm like, all right, I know you're here. I feel the density in the room. I said, what is your name? And clear as day, in my brain, I heard Adam. All right, Adam, I'd really like to see you. I think I'm ready. I can handle this. I want to see you, but the density in the room is so heavy, I can't turn my head to look over there at my feet. So can you please, like, make your way around the room to my side so I can see you? And I felt the energy in the room shift. And did you ever see that movie, The Butterfly Effect? He had the ability to go from, like, right now into the past or the future, and every time he did that, everything vibrated. It's energy. That's what you're picking up. That's what you're feeling. It's just energy. But the whole room started, I couldn't see, because it was like everything got hazy and vibrating so fast and blurry. I felt the energy coming around me, but when it got to like my right foot, to where it was almost within my peripheral vision to see Adam, I told him, I said, I need you to back off a little bit. It's too intense. I can't even see. Everything is so blurry. And all I wanted him to do was just, I didn't know if he was so close. That's why the energy was like, all I did was ask him to back away a little bit, give me a little bit of space, like stand over there on that side of the room, not like right here. And poof, he was gone. I was like, fuck, I was almost there. I almost saw it. Which I think is funny, because clairvoyant, the ability to see things, because I'm an artist, that's also my second business, is teaching art and painting. But clairvoyance is my strongest point, and I can't seem to bring them in and focus and see them. I could also tell you, if you're forcing it, trying to put a lot of pressure on it, it don't work like that. It just doesn't happen. That's how intuitive stuff works. It presents itself when you're subconsciously prepared. Like, you can say to yourself, oh, that'd be so cool, I want to see a ghost. And then all of a sudden you see one and you flip the fuck out. You know, even though you said you're ready, it just happened and you weren't. So things just kind of present themselves as you're ready and as you can handle. But things come in so many different ways. There was one time I was in the shower in my old house, and my daughter, she was 3 at the time. She used to tell me about this man that would be in the hallway, and it just made her uncomfortable because she didn't know who he was, but he was always in the hallway. So we had to, and to this day, she's going to be 13. She has to sleep with her bedroom door closed because of the man in the hallway. She didn't want to see him. So I was like, all right, that's cool. So, but the one time I was in the shower and I really felt like I was being watched. And I said, you know, look, I know you're here, but I'd really appreciate it if you not just hang out in the shower while I'm here doing my personal business. Can you respect my personal space? And instantly, like that, it was like relieved. They were gone. If you're sensing something, feeling something, first acknowledge, okay, this is what's going on, and there is something here. There's a change in the temperature or the frequency or the vibration or a thought pattern that you're having, and just talk to them. Ask them, what's your name? What do you hear? What do you look like? And the way it comes in, it's just like having a conversation with yourself. It really is. If you can ask yourself, hey, how you doing? No, I'm doing pretty good. It's like a thought in your head. That's how it comes in. At least for me it is. Now, I know some people might actually hear voices, but the majority of the time, it's kind of like talking to yourself in your brain. And you want to go with the very first thing that pops in your head. You do not analyze it and question it, because then it's kind of like you got out of the zone. For whatever reason, you're in the, I call it like floating mode, the stoner moment. You want to stay in that zone. The second you start freaking out, questioning things, is this really real, or am I talking to myself, or you just kind of zapped out of it. So it's kind of like you want to be like a stoner and just, dude, all right, this is what's going on, and whatever happens, happens. And that's kind of the mindset that you kind of need to have. Like I said, for everybody, it feels different, and it comes in various different ways. I constantly get signs from my deceased brother. He sends me the same repeated 3 numbers in a row, and I see it pretty much every day. And that's his way of letting me know he's here. I just see those numbers, them same random 3 numbers over and over and over and over and over. Whether it's a score on a TV game, or license plates, or something rings up on the register, those numbers. But yeah, it comes to you whether it's through a visual or a thought in your head. Another thing that I can share with you, an example. If you say you're in your bathroom brushing your teeth, and all of a sudden Aunt Susie pops in your head, that's Aunt Susie letting you know she's there. It's just a random out of nowhere. That's also how they communicate with you. It's just, you think it's your thoughts, but it's not. It's them. Kind of like, you know, what's the Cupid thing with the bow and arrow? It's them trying to get your attention and letting you know they're around, but most people just dismiss it as, oh, so-and-so just popped in my head. That person popped in your head because they want you to know they're there. Like I said, you have to really develop your sensitivity type skills to it and be very much aware of your surroundings and you, what's going on inside of you. I hope that answers some of your questions about that, what it feels like, but it's different for everybody. If you want to learn more about how to prep yourself to experience these things and what to expect out of them, you can click a link below. I have a freebie for you that you'll download. It'll go over like what your strongest superpower ability is and how to prepare yourself if you want to experience these kind of things. There is some prep work that is involved. I mean, it'll scare the fuck out of you. But it is so cool. So you just need to get yourself in the right mental frame, state of mind. And if you download that freebie, it'll give you the basic toolkit to the baby steps to getting that going. If the video helped you at all, please give it a thumbs up. If you've had any kind of experiences, please comment and share them below, because I'm sure other people will read them and have questions and want to know. If you have someone who's very much into this stuff, please share the video with them. And subscribe. Every week I do, you know, short all things spiritual. So yeah, make sure you grab your freebie and subscribe. Ask me some questions, comments, share your experiences below. I'd love to read them. So, all right, guys, I got stuff to do. I will talk to you later.